In this video, I'll show you how Shopify bundles work in Frameship and how to set them up in Framer. I'm Jojo from Insert Frame. Let's go. First, you need to create bundles in Shopify. Frameship works with the official Shopify Bundles app, so you'll have to first install this. Once you've done that, you can go down to Bundles and we'll create a new bundle. Now this is where you can select your products. I'll choose the Club Polo and the Rally Shorts. I think this would make a great bundle. And we'll name it. After that, you're all set. You can hit save. Now that we've saved our bundle, there's one really important step that we have to take. You'll notice by default that the status of your bundle is set to draft. You'll need to turn this to active. Once you've done that, we'll go to publishing and we'll publish it to the Headless app that you used when connecting your Shopify store to Framer originally. I'm going to turn all of these on, but you might remember what the name of your Headless app was called at the time. After completing those important steps, we can update our description and add our images. For your bundle, you might want to add an image of the 2 or more products that you're bundling together. So I just went ahead and added my bundle information. If you scroll down, you'll be given the option to update the prices of the bundles that you've created. So that's an option that you might want to do if you are bringing down the price for that bundle that you're offering to your customers. Once this is done, all we have to do is hit save. And now you've successfully created a bundle in Shopify. The next step is we just need to head into Framer to connect this. Okay, now that I'm back in my Framer project, the first thing that I'm going to do is head to my CMS and I'm going to resync my Shopify products to Framer. And the reason I want to do this is so that I can pull over my new Women's Court bundle. And next, we'll head back into the canvas and we'll go to our product page and we'll make sure that we're in this bundle product page. Next, let's open the Frameship plugin. We'll head to components, product, and then bundle variant selector, and we'll just pull this into the canvas. Next, we just have to connect our Shopify data. We'll go Shopify data and bundle product data. And that's it. It's automatically connected. But what we really want to do is we want to visually make this look beautiful. So let's look at how we can customize this component. First thing that we can look at is top content. So we can connect this to a component that sits on my canvas. I've previously created a title component, so let's see what that looks like when I connect it. That looks pretty good. If we go to option configuration, we can toggle between button, color, image. I quite like image, so I'll leave that there. And then if we go to overrides, we can actually add a different configuration for one of these variants. So I might go a different variation for size and I'll make it a button. I think that makes sense. I like that. That's good. Okay. And we could also do this for color mapping as well if we wanted to. If we go to the next option, which is option label, we can show or hide. So that's a good option if you want it to be more visual. I'll leave it on for now, but we can also update the font and the coloring for this. If we go to product label, we can also show and hide this. If we go to option styling, this is one of my favorites. So we can actually update the styling of these buttons and these images here, so how the variants present. So if I go into the default setting, I can update this. Maybe I want the background to be black and I want the text color to be white. That seems pretty cool. And then on select, maybe the background is white and the text color is black. We can also do this for our image. We've got quite a few options here, and we can do the same with color as well if you have a color option. If we go to section styling, we can also change the styling of this component as well. Maybe we want to change the color of this, make it a little bit more gray. Okay, now it's time to check and preview what this looks like. So as we toggle between the variants, we can see that the variant info label is also updating, so that's great. Now let's look at the second component. This is the cart item for bundle products. This component shows all of the items inside of the bundle directly in the cart. So the first thing that we'll do is go to the cart, and then we'll go to cart list item. So we'll go inside this component and we'll pull up the Frameship plugin. We'll head to components, we'll go to cart, and we'll look for this cart bundle item, and we'll pull the component in. We'll do a little bit of adjusting in terms of layout. So now that I've adjusted the layout, let's connect this cart bundle item. So if we click into the component, and we'll connect this to bundle products. Now, if this doesn't exist, you can create variable, but I have previously done this. So if we go to set variable, I'll be able to find line ID, and that's it. Everything should be working now. For styling, we have quite a few options. If we head into toggle, this associates with this line of text here, and we can change the coloring and the font and the chevron as well. We can also change the title, subtitle, and the spacing in terms of layout. So you have all of your options here that you might want. So for example, we can add some padding if we'd like to, but we'll leave it as is for now. If we head down to preview, we can actually toggle off this preview of the bundle. So this is how it would look for any other product in the cart, but this is how it would look if we had a bundle in the cart. The last thing that we have to do is push publish, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this Frameship tutorial and found it useful. Until next time, happy building.